Okay. This game is unofficial to project fan game. The project is owned by Team Shanghai Alice. Okay. So yeah, ahoy gozaimasu. Kenalin nama gue Ricky. Uh, ya biasanya kan gue selalu main game kayak Sakuya, tapi sekarang kali ini Marisa. Sakuya apa misalnya kayak kencan bareng Sakuya dan lain, dan kali ini Marisa, dan ya sebenarnya udah lama rilis, cuman ya gue pikir nanti aja lah, dan akhirnya ya mungkin kita sekarang main. So ya yeah, dan lagi juga gue pengen main yang nyantai-nyantai, nggak mau terlalu yang sulit-sulit ya. Contohnya kayak kayak kemarin tuh apa sih di Namaris itu kan, aduh itu tuh rasa banget. Atau enggak game apa sih itu yang Monopoly Ayaria Down itu kan juga ribet banget. Jadi gue pengen main yang gaming nyantai aja. So yeah, it was ordinary day out here in the woods. The sun was shining, the gentle breeze of the forest felt nice on my face. The cool crisp air was nothing short of refreshing. But there was one thing that stood out, something that made this day truly special. Marisa was here.
負けないんだから
We're almost to where we need to be. Really? Ada voice-nya? Kecil lele. Ya, 41 ya. Although she never told me exactly what she took me out here for, I had trusted her completely, for the most part. Come on, don't tire out on me.
じゃあね
Jangan mah dada lah dong. Aduh, mendingan gak usah pakai voice, bisa gak? Ini voice-nya ngasal tau. Ini voice-nya ngasal. Iya, jangan pakai voice. Ini voice-nya ngasal nih. Walaupun gua tau bahasa Jepang, maksudnya dikit-dikit lah. Ya kayak jangan mah dada artinya. Sampai jumpa. I had to come a long way to get your butt out here. I'm not tired, I swear. Oh, sure you aren't. Taruh kita balik lagi, bisa gak? Balik back. Oke, save. Ya, jaga aja. Oh, sure you aren't. Don't feel bad though. When you resolve as many incidents as I have, it's only natural to have an infinite amount of energy. I never get tired. I really wasn't that tired at all, but I couldn't help but play around with her. Marisa's reaction was simply adorable. Either way, we can stop here. I'm sure you know exactly what we're looking for. I had no idea what I was supposed to see, but I was sure Marisa could resist telling me if I wait a short while. I'll talk if I had to guess. We're looking for... Gue sih pengen deh books, tapi karena kita di hutan pasti mushrooms. Wow, see? I know I had the right idea bringing you along. That's right, we're going mushroom picking right now.
どうしたの
Come on, don't give me that look. It's going to be a lot of fun. Voice-nya masih ada toh. Coba config. Oh well, berarti emang terpaksa terus pakai voice. Mushroom picking was exactly my idea of a fun time, but I'm down for anything as long as it is with Marisa. You can use mushroom for almost anything, from tasty food to powerful magic potion. But for today, we're going to use them for food, in a stew to be precious. I'm sure they be tasty. You're damn right it will be.
あ
You may not look like it, but I can be a pretty good cook. Iya. Kalau lu baca manga, gue lupa di manga mana, ada di mana saat Marisa itu dia masak untuk pesta. Iya, jadi di saat pesta itu masakannya dia semua yang bikin. Hebat banget Marisa, serius. Ya maksud gue, dia tinggal sendirian di hutan. Kalau lu dia nggak bisa masak, lu makan apaan lu di hutan? I prepare some meal for Remu, Sakuya, and the others at the parties that absolutely knock their socks off. Tuh kan, benar kan? Tapi sebenarnya enak sih. Of course, I had some help. Marisa is one of the few people in Gisoke who has the ability to get along with everyone. I could listen to her stories about her adventures with friends for days. At any rate, what we're looking for is these cans of mushrooms. Sudah full kan ya, tapi kenapa suara gue kayak kecil ya? They are not poisonous for the most... For the most part. They don't affect your mind and sense for the most part. And they taste great.
と
For the most part. If it was any other person, I won't do this, but I think I can trust myself with this. For the most part. Well, at any rate, I guess now is any of a good time to teach you the basic of mushroom picking. Take a good look at the pattern. This is what we're looking for. But there actually is species very similar to it that's so poisonous it knock you dead in one go. Second of all, you have to be very careful not to inhale the spores of certain kinds of mushrooms. The side effect can range anywhere from that, or even worse, privacy. Third of all, you have to... I could tell this was going to take a while, but I did my best to listen. Yeah. And finally, 100 of all, gila sampai ke 100. Ini ke peraturan ke 100. You have to never cut certain kind of mushrooms open, because that could release their deadly toxins and kill you, or even worse, give you free up.
やったね。
Well, anyways, were you able to return all of that information I just told you? Of course, I totally did. Oh dang it, I should told you about this way before we got out like this. I suppose it's my fault for not thinking this ahead, but you know that's the kind of person I am. I can't help but smile. I wouldn't be here if she wasn't the person I like at all, regardless of how head-on she can be.
いいよ。
Oh, I know. How about you leave the mushroom picking to me? And you can well, what kind of outdoor sitting would you like to do in the meantime? I might rest to one thing and one thing only. Anjing. As soon as I said the holy word, Marisa's face brightened up with astounding relief. That's perfect actually.
オッケー。
Then it's settled. You take your time fishing and I go ahead and pick some mushroom for the stew. I don't really want to be apart from Marisa, but they say that distance gives perspective. There's an awesome lake not far from here. It'd be perfect for fishing. I know that. And with that, we temporarily part ways. I found the lake Marisa mentioned earlier and I planted myself right next to it. I made sure to use only the best, most premium fishing route and lure for this occasion. Bercanda kan? I made use of the deafening silence by thinking about several quotes and philosophies related to fishing. The bad day can be made better with some fishing time. Fishing is not an escape from life, but often a deeper immersion into it. Nothing yet. More fishing philosophies for me, I guess. Trust me, fishing is a lot more than casting a hook in the water. A dive without fishing probably won't kill me, but why risk it? It doesn't matter if the rod is or isn't bad. Time spent fishing is time well spent. Still nothing. Maksudnya lu mancing pakai phone nggak bakal dapet, you stupid. I still have a few more quotes. Men go fishing their entire lives without realizing it's not the fish they are thereafter. Shit, I still can't catch any fish. How could they not be attracted to this premium lure I spent $200 on? As I gradually calmed down, I heard some gentle footsteps trotting through the grassy area behind me. To my pleasant surprise, it was none other
了
than
解。
I'm back. Yokai itu artinya mengerti, tapi I'm back. Harusnya mah Tadaima. Let me just explain myself here. Marisa, I managed to safely get a ton of mushroom for the stew. What about you? Catch any fish yet? Though I gotta tell you, there's nothing quite like the taste of fresh fish. So did you catch any fish? Oh maaf Marisa, lu bikin lu kecewa. I didn't catch any at all. In this case, honestly, was the best policy. Mungkin kita save dulu ya. Iya, takutnya ntar gue nggak mau bikin Marisa kecewa sih, tapi ya. Oh wow, really? Well, I do appreciate the upfront honestly about it.
どうしようか。
Still though, you've been at it for a while and you didn't catch any. I give a bit of same look to Marisa and nodded in acknowledgement. Maybe it's your equipment. No way, it couldn't be equipment. Nevertheless, I saw Marisa my 100% authentic premium fishing rod and lure.
あ
No way! I didn't see how this is possible. With this kind of equipment, fish should practically be showing up at your door. This kind of equipment is practically a fish magnet. It was nice to have Marisa reassure me like that. I guess she knows a thing or two about fishing herself. And I know for a fact there are fish in that lake. I could tell she was onto something. Wakasagi Hime? This can only mean one thing. Her face grew more serious by the second. What could it be?
うーん
Shioka and River. It must be the reason the fish weren't coming to your road. Perhaps it was planning to attack soon. Although common sense would dictate that it would attack you by now while I was gone. Thankfully, we're in Gensoke where common sense doesn't apply. Marisa suddenly got up and started preparing what I could only assume was her signature move.
手加減しないんだからね
We can risk it. If there's a yoke in the river, your life is danger, and I have to eliminate it at all costs.
行くぞ
Stand back! I'm gonna blow this river to Kingdom I knew Marcel was about to get serious. I found the nearest tree behind her and made a beeline towards it. I saw you what happened to Yoke who ever think about harming my friends. Danmaku is all about firepower. Masters. Oh! What followed after was a beautiful display of power and beauty shone right before my eyes. To have a front row view of something so splendid and mighty, I could not be more grateful. Marcel Master spark echoed through the forest, the ground shaking as it erupted from her mini Hakero. I could not take my eyes away. If the way was a yoke in the river, it was really be long that right about it. But now, the fish in the river start floating up, slowly but surely, one by one. Aduh, janganlah. Gue baru inget juga katakan meledakan terumbu karang. Lu mancing pakai bom itu malah merusak habitat ikan, tau gak? Now we surely have enough food for the night. Oh boy, the sun is setting rather quickly.
やったね
Come on, my house is not too far from here. We can set the mushroom and fish down there. Mushroom and fish too don't sound the most appealing to me, but I had complete faith in Marisa. That said, the view to her house was quite lovely. You know, my place is actually a magic shop. I recall Marisa talking about her house Ilar a few days ago. I'm kinda curious what inside of it. And I admit, it has seen better days though. But those spider cobwebs do make for a good potion or two. And again, maybe not. Just kidding about that part, maybe. Still though, I bet you're wondering what's inside of my house.
どうしたの
Go ahead, take a wild guess and ask me. I proceed to pull some completely wild guesses as to what could be in her house. Gue tahu apa yang Marisa punya. Oh, Fang of Spirit, yes. Pet Rocket ya, Flying Turtle itu punya Remu. Pet Rocket ya, di episode 98 dia dapat dari Yumemi, dikasih. Mungkin gue pengen nanyain Mima.
へえ
Oh, Fang of Spirit. Well, that's a great guess. I don't have anyone in my house. It's magic shop, not a haunted house of rock. That's what I think there was one I have some history with, maybe. Yeah, ceritain gue tentang itu. What was her name again? Lina, Hima, Mina, Melina, Mima. Oh well, probably not that important. Come on! Although I wondered what was the nature of this history she had with this spirit. I suppose it's not that important if she never been brought up before. Either way, I bet you're super curious about what's in my house now. Sure I am. It sounds like there's always something new to find there, so I won't mind coming in over.
あ
Oh, really now? Well, you're really gonna have to charm me tonight if you wanna see more of what's inside. She concluded the conversation. We held hands and slowly walked towards her house, enjoying the view of the forest all the time. BTW, kita pacaran apa nggak sih? Habis itu kita gandengan tangan. The cool breeze was amazing and the evening view was made even better because Marcel was in front of it. We took our time to admire the scenery and very slowly approached our destination. By the time we had reached Marcel's house, it had gotten quite dark. We decided to make a cozy campfire to spend the night together. I managed to gather some twigs and Marcia proceeded to use her mini Hakero to light them up. We huddled around the campfire. Perhaps it was due to the ambience, but things suddenly got more intimate.
おや
So, quite a day, huh? I had a lot of fun hanging out with you.
ありがとう
Thank you for doing this with me. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun too. I could tell. You know, they say you're only as strong as your weakest link. The same is true when you're out with another person. You only get to have as much fun as they are. I don't think I could disagree with that. If Marissa didn't have any fun, then I wouldn't have either. You know, for me, it's essential I go out and do this kind of activities with the people I care about. I always have to live in the moment and not worry about my past or future.
まあまあ
Because if
ね
I don't live in the moment, my mind will sometimes race towards my past. This were about to get serious and without saying a word, I did my best to show my support for her. And I'm not huge fans of my past. I just reminded of my past life with my father. Kita ngomongin tentang ayah lo bagus. Karena jujur aja gue pengen tahu tentang, gue tahu lo kabur, cuman ya gue pengen tahu lebih dalam gitu. Walaupun ini cuma fanmade ya. I run away from home, you know. It's just funny how I can get along with everyone. It's getting so cute. Yo, ini getting so cute. Apa sih? It's just funny how I can get along with everyone in getting so cute. Yokai, human, ghosts, oni, valuable spirits. But my father was the only one person I could get along with. Oh yeah. My father and I got into tons of arguments. He didn't like how I practiced magic. My mom always took his side. It got to the point where any day he would say things like, it's either us or the magic. Well, I made the decision for him. The next day, I got whatever I could grab and I ran away without looking back. I was only watching a thing, but it's still not easy to have done that, you know. I guess I tried to cover my broken childhood by going on these grand adventures. You know, partying out with friends and resolving incidents.
も
And I
う
bet
ダ
my
メか
grand
な
map of firepower is just me compensating. In this moment, I know exactly what to say. Kita save lagi. So, masa lalu tidak ada hubungannya denganmu. It's not your fault. Your life is your life, yours to live. You don't have to justify it to anyone, not even your father. Magic was clearly something you were very passionate about, and it's a damn good thing you never give it up despite your father's adversity. Running away from home is never easy, but you turned out to be just perfect. If I were you, I wouldn't change a thing either. You didn't do anything wrong, and it's not your fault. As I finished my little speech, Marsa's eyes brightened up and her sweet smile glistened before my eyes.
頼りにしてるよ
Wow, thank you. I only ever mentioned this stuff with a few people before.
いいね
So thank you for listening to me, and especially for being supportive like that. You didn't have to. Anything for you. Anything for you. Oh man, you're so sweet. I ought to return the favor though. Is there anything about yourself that you want me to know about? It can be anything at all. I'm all ears and ready to support you. Type to Marcy whatever you want her to know, then press enter. Asus ROG? Is that so? Ini udah ketiga kalinya kita main game VN dan minta Asus SOROG. God damn it! Well, thank you for sharing that with me. It's funny you mentioned that because Marissa and I proceeded to talk for hours upon hours about our lives and problems. We connected really well, and from then on, there was no doubt in my mind that she was the one for me. Well, we must have completely lost track of time, because the next thing I knew, I start dozing off right on the grass, staring at the sky. The last thing I remember before going into a deep slumber will be Marsa's warm, gentle face, staring deep into my soul as if to protect me. Suddenly, I will find myself in a strange place. When I came to, it was hard to believe what I was seeing. The best way I could describe it was the border between the dream world and the real world. Doremi, Raga. It was so tranquil. It didn't feel real, but at the same time, that's exactly what made it so real in the first place. Thankfully, Marcel was already there to comfort me.
いいよ
Hey, you probably have a few questions about this place. But I think the less you know about this place, the better. It helps with the atmosphere. She was right. Some things are best left to the imagination, and this was one of them. Dreams can mean a lot of things, but let's not overthink this place. We're ready to just sit back and relax. I'm here for as long as you want to be here.
私の番だね。
As you may know, this place serves as a gap of sorts between the outside world, the dream world, and even Gensokyo itself. As such, we're able to retrieve certain messages you could say from the outside world.
やったね。
Let's take a look at them right now, shall we?
さすが。
Wow, this is really good. Oke, so ini berhubung ini sama juga kayak yang apa sih sebutnya yang Natal tuh, sebuah Natal dia nunjukin beberapa fan art juga ya. Dan ini nggak apa-apa. Marisa read my mind. Now I want a marshmallow. I would totally use my Hakero to like a marshmallow like that. You know, I get that thing from a guy I known since I was a kid. He's a half yokai who runs a shop somewhere around here. Oh, Rinosuke? Ah, good to know. Maybe I'll stop by and say hi soon. This piece was done by... yeah, very cool. Looks like there's more. Ini lu yang gambar. Wow, I like this one a lot. Looks like Marisa is getting ready for hiking. I guess flying at the top of the mountain is no fun. So, gua rasain dari art ini kelihatan kalau yang ngebikin game ini yang ngegambar. But I wonder, why do I look so mad? I bet you had something to do with it. What did I do to make this hypothetical Marisa angry? I was a little late. I figured if she was mad, I probably show up late. Being tardy always irritates people. I suppose that's true. Though if you were only a little late, I forgive you.
やったね。
Well, either way, we should definitely go hiking sometimes. Just you and me. It'd be fun. I couldn't agree more. Fun vanilla. Oh, okay. Looks like we got another.
おお。
Oke, enggak. Gue selalu bilang kan ya, semua art itu punya kelebihan dan kelebihan dan masing-masing dan punya keunikan sendiri. Cuman ya, ini kayaknya sih entah dia bikin gambar joke atau memang art dia kayak begini, but yeah. Oh wow, I'm sitting on the log. Marisa stick on the log. What will you do? Look, there's an empty log next to me. Come sit there. It sounds like a wonderful idea. Very cool, yeah. Well, that's all of that. You can either stay here with me or wake up the next day. Whichever one you choose is fine by me. I carefully listened to Marisa and took all the time I needed to make my next choice. Save. I wasn't ready to move on, but Marisa understood completely. No worries, take all the time you need. When you're ready, just let me know. Oh. Alright. I'm sure your next day is going to be absolutely wonderful. I'm sure of it. Suddenly, I felt myself being pulled away into the dream world. And back into reality. Oh, Marisa pakai baju ini. When I woke up, I found myself being held by Marisa tight warm embrace. Like a dream come true. I wanted this moment to last forever, so I did my best to not wake her up. This peace will be short-lived though, because I will soon witness a very start Marisa wake up before me. Oh no, I completely forgot. The mushroom and the fish stew, I forgot to cook it. It's completely ruined now. I'm sorry, I wanted this to be good. And I forgot to try my wonderful cooking. I had to do my best to cheer her up. I cook for you. Kita masak untuk ya. Bikin Indomie. Oh really? Suddenly, Marisa picked up right away and proceeded to bolt to her door.
またね。
I guess I'll see you later then. I had a really good time with you, but all good things must come to an end. Oh, who am kidding? Just come on in already. And with that, it was clear as day and night that Marisa and I truly had something special together. Yeah. So ya, coba kita apa yang terjadi? I decided to humor her a bit. I suppose I could at least taken you on my magic broom for a bit longer. It's like most of the resident of Kesoke she had the ability to fly. Although she was entirely opposed to flying me there, you both decided it will be better to take the more scenic route first. Either way, we can stop here. Oke, kita udah baca ini, skip. We're looking for a rare books. No, I might read a lot of books, but I get my fill at the Scarlet Mansion. She insists she merely borrowing the books from that place, but something tell me that not exactly the case. We're going mushroom picking right now.
どうしたの？
Come on, don't give me that look. It's going to be a lot of fun. Mushroom picking wasn't exactly my idea of a fun time, but I'm down for anything as long as it is with Marisa. You can use mushroom for almost anything, from tasty food or for magic potion. Oke, kita baca ini. Kita tadi gue usah save ya, cuman masih skip ini.
余裕だよ。
Nope, but good guess. Did you know I got a baby yokai one time? It was a weird flex, but okay. Well, yokai to extermination is super special after all. Baby yokai. Gue nggak tahu soal itu. Mungkin itu cuman bercanda di game ini kali.
どうしたの？
Come on. Okay. Don't worry, I promise it'll be delicious. You might even make this a stable recipe the first time you try it. I decided to be honest with my feeling at all. I may have come off as far harsh. Most optimistic reassurance put a smile on my face.
お
Dan gue kayaknya terlalu ini banget ya.
ー、いいよ。オッケー。了解。
Okay, so gue udah. I was supposed to catch fish. I hope my sarcasm gave the true answer away. It's okay. You can totally tell me that you failed to catch any fish at all. Nothing to be SSM of.
どうしよっか。
Still, dog, you've been at it for a while and you didn't catch any. Okay, kita udah baca itu. I decided to play around with Marisa for a bit before she finally figures out that I didn't catch any. Oh, really? Where did it? You didn't catch any, did you?
どうしよっか。
Still, okay, kita udah baca itu.
いや、
So,
どうしたの？
okay, kita pengen ngomongin Mingema, tapi sayangnya Marisa nggak mau ngomongin tentang Miwa dan itu agak bikin sedikit gue kecewa ya. Petrok ya? Oh, I was kinda joking when I said that. How did you come up with a guess like that? Well, let's just say I can confirm or deny the existence of a talking rocket at the back of my house. Marisa has her charms. In a way, I bet you're super curious about what's in my house now. Not anymore. Our house sounded more like a labyrinth than a proper living space, so I gave it an honest answer. It's your loss. As she concluded the conversation we had, okay, kita udah baca itu. Flying Turtle mah pasti ngomongin Remo dong. Flying Talking Turtle. That's a very good guess, but actually someone else would know more about that than I would. You may know her. She's red white and poor as hell. Yeah, I think I know who that is. I know what she doing right now. By the way, I bet you super career. Okay, kita udah baca ini. Yes. You were a robot of a decent childhood, and I'm sorry about that. But you didn't have to be defined by your past, nor do you have to be afraid of it. It doesn't define you, but it shaped you into the amazing person you are today. Your friends here in Kisoki couldn't be more proud of you. I couldn't be more proud of you. To finish my little speech, Marisa asked, okay.
頼りにしてるよ。
Thank you.
いいね。
So it was my pleasure. Well, hey now, tell me about yourself. Is there anything about yourself that you want me to know about? Okay, kita baca ini. Load. You turned out pretty well. What I see before me is someone who is very charismatic and can get along with everybody. Someone who is very plus and will help others in need. Someone who is very talented at what they do. Despite your difficulties in your past life, you turned out really well, and you should be proud of that. There's nothing to be ashamed of. As I finish my little speech, okay. So gue di sini yang ngeceramahin Marisa, bukan Marisa yang ngeceramahin gue. Buat sebenarnya sih nggak masalah sih, itu cukup bagus. So ini yang terakhir. Let's always next time. Oh, you think so?
またね
Oke, so ya, jadi itu aja tentang Marisa Kirisame. Dan ya, tuh biasa gue suka dengan artnya. Dan ya, gue selalu bilang gue suka dengan Marisa. Dan ya, bahkan di game pun gue suka banget pakai Marisa ya. Tapi tergantung sih ya, toho berapa. Kalau bisa toho 6, gue suka pakai Marisa. Toho 7, gue suka pakai Marisa. Tapi gue lebih suka pakai Sakwe sih sebenarnya. Dan toho 8, gue nggak suka alesnya. Karena alesnya kurang kata gue. Enggak ales bang. Iya, ales kurang. Tapi gue suka Marisa karena dia damage-nya bagus. Tapi sayangnya kita ya pakai ales di toho 8. Terus toho 9 ales bagus juga. Marisa bagus juga. Toho 10 gue nggak terlalu suka toho 10 Marisa malah bisa ngebakan bagus kan. Toho 11 toho 11 terlalu susah kata gue. Kecuali kalau hafal patternnya. Toho 12 12 gue belum pernah pakai Marisa sih. Ya belum pernah pakai Marisa. 13 gak terlalu juga sih. 14 Marisa suka. So ya, gue suka banget dengan Marisa. Cuman ya gue pernah bilang sebelumnya gue kurang suka dengan desainnya. So ya, kalau gitu sampai sini aja. Kalau bisa like, subscribe, dan sampai jumpa lagi dengan gue Ricky di video selanjutnya. Bye bye.